Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a new Blacklist video. This is Friday. That means we have a lot to discuss. We've got Season 10 news on Reddington, Brimley, Panda Baker. We have The Judge to discuss from Season 1, Episode 15.
Yeah, we'll be getting into that review of that episode and The Judge. Are we going to see her again? She is alive, but, we got some thoughts on that.
Yeah, here's a spoiler. Okay, well, anyway, we are going to dive into everything. Go ahead, though. Hit that subscribe button. I am Matt. This is Jess. If you are new to the channel, we are here discussing Blacklist every single week leading up to the premiere, which hopefully will be in January. Fingers crossed.
Also, follow us over on our Instagram, Matt and Jess TV. We're going to have a whole bunch of fun pictures coming up there. It's Matt's birthday coming up in October, so there's going to be lots of fun stuff going on over there.
Okay, where do we start with all these news items?
Okay, let's start with the beard. James Spader's beard. There was a picture that was taken of him biking around before filming where he was taking a picture with someone that I guess he met as he was biking around. He had this super vacation beard. We had a little discussion on, beard or no beard. Is beard coming into the show? I was 100% no, he's not going to be coming in with his vacation beard because it just kind of doesn't make sense for where the character is. For me, whenever I think of a sort of an unkept beard like that, where you're on vacation, you're in some sort of bad state where maybe you don't want to trim it up nice or, put some oil on it or shave it off or whatever. So I thought because Reddington's hopefully going to be in a bit of a better spot now that he has some answers on Liz. No beard. And what have we seen? No beard. He's been seen back on set. Beard is gone.
Hashtag Spader beard no. Okay, what you dancing about Spader having no beard?
No beard for me. Okay, you guys tell us, beard or no beard?
You are setting up the commenters for a question you already know the answer to because...
No. We asked this last time. There's a couple people that were interested in James Spader beard.
Okay. Welcome to Beard Island then, where it is me and a few other people versus we are the gif of Jon Snow with the army that's rushing towards them. And he's got that is me with the Spader beard thing. Listen, I know nobody else wants it other than me and apparently 3 commenters. But you know what? I'm not even saying I wanted it permanently. I just thought it would be fun for an episode or two. Because like you said, Liz, there's answers on Liz's death. Maybe he went on vacation. Maybe Reddington was just chilling somewhere and was you know what? I don't need to keep up appearances. I'm going to become the woolly mammoth for a couple of months. Have a good time. You can shave it after the premiere. I recognize fully that all of this was irrelevant, but it is a funny conversation to have when NBC is not giving us anything. And if you guys gave us the freaking Twitter account, we could give you guys something.
Oh man, if we could just have that Blacklist Twitter account, we would do some fun stuff on there. Hashtag give us the Blacklist Twitter account. Okay, so other news that we have is it seems that the actor who plays Brimley, he's on set.
Yeah. This makes me very, very excited. However, the most important question here, beyond just how much of Brimley we're going to get, because this actor's also Lester and Only Murders in the Building, which, we also cover here at the channel. Yep. But what animal is he bringing along for the ride here? Are we going to see the clandestine capybara who is up to no good?
Oh, they're such gentle animals. There's no way. Don't bring in a capybara. They are my favorite. How dare you?
Well, okay, listen. You gotta catch people by surprise here. What else do we have?
They are such gentle, wonderful creatures. They are the biggest rodent on Earth. They are lovely. How dare you?
How about the nefarious narwhal?
Sure.
If you guys have seen narwhals, they have that sword thing on their snout. That could do some serious damage. So he's gonna throw somebody in a lake. Send the narwhal after them. And then I think narwhal are probably saltwater creatures. Don't quote me on this, but you know what? We just know that he's back. We both love Brimley. He's one of our favorite Team Reddington people. This clearly suggests that despite the new premise of the show, Reddington is still going to find a way to get at some people who were up to no good in his search for answers.
Okay, there's also been pictures of Panda Baker on set, and it looks like she's running for Senate.
Yeah, there was I spent way too much time trying to research the like Senate mechanisms in like the state of Virginia. So I might be wrong, but this is what I think happened here. It seems as though Cynthia Panabaker was appointed to be on the Senate during the time jump after, in between season 8 and season 9. We know there was talk about Cooper at one point getting a Senate seat that didn't end up happening. Then Virginia is one of those states where if something happens to a senator, they can just be appointed by the governor. There's no need for a special election. That regular election seems to be happening now. I am assuming that early on in season 10, which, will probably be January or February, it would be set in like this fall because that's when midterms are happening. But all that aside, tinfoil hat time. It's been a while since we've done this, but okay. All right, here we go.
Hats.
I think that there's an assassination attempt coming on Cynthia Panabaker in this episode because the scenes that we sort of saw that are shot that are out there, it looks like a campaign event. There's a sign. I do not want anything to happen to Panda Baker. Don't start writing the comment because I love me some Panda Baker. I love the way that she kind of talks around like this. She'll be happier than a dog with one of those Starbucks cups that they're like licking the cream out of. No,
a pup cup.
The pup cup. See, there you go.
That we do not give our dog because,
diarrhea. So,
you're just gonna say it. Yeah, that's all right.
It's just that I love Panda Baker. I don't want anything to happen to her, but if you're doing a scene with her at a campaign event, I don't exactly think it's just gonna be like Cooper and Wrestler just like hanging out there
holding up a sign.
Yeah, no, there's something that is big and crazy that is going on, and if she is in danger, it's a way to sort of loop her back into the show, because with her being a senator now, like, she doesn't have that necessary connection to just sort of like pop in on the task force here and there. She's got other things to do.
All right, let's talk about the judge, because here's the thing about this episode and the judge. The judge has doodly squat to do with season 10. She is not coming back. There's no reason for her to come back. She is alive. She is in jail. She put herself in jail. She was like, yeah, here we go. I turned myself in. And she doesn't really have any connection to Reddington. So I don't think she's going to see this list and be like, oh, he's part of the FBI. How dare he? Like, there just isn't a connection between these two that she would be like revenge, because this whole episode was about her wanting sort of this eye for an eye if somebody's done something wrong. And everything that Reddington did at the end of this episode by bringing her the truth, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong to her. She felt like she did something wrong. And she was like, okay, now it's time for the scales of justice to turn on me, and I'm going to turn myself in. I was like, okay, we got a female Judge Dredd going on here, and that's about it.
There's only two things this episode makes me think of. Yeah, number one is Judge Dredd. Number two is like there was an episode of Gotham where like Michael Chiklis was playing like this executioner, and he was just like
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, just running around guilty at people. And okay, this is probably one of my least favorite episodes of season 1. It's just like it's not that memorable.
No.
The big reason we're doing the rewatch is to determine who could come back for season 10. There's like a 0.1% chance it's going to be the judge. You spelled it out. There's no real reason for that to happen.
No, the only thing I could possibly see with this, I'm going to take your tinfoil.
All right.
Is that last scene where she walked through the jail and there was a lot of prisoners that were kind of giving her the nod of respect because they know who she is and they know what she's done and that sort of thing. It's possible that someone else that's on the blacklist, that's in jail, knows who she is and knows that she still has some power outside of jail where she might be able to do something to help someone else.
That could work. Like, I think if you pair her with like a good enough other blacklister, like somebody really interesting and compelling, then that could be interesting. It's sort of like you have like a bench player, a scrub on an NBA team, and then you pair them with LeBron, and all of a sudden, like the scrub actually ends up being okay. Yes, I am calling the judge a scrub. I do not care. I don't really like this blacklister at all. The other just big issue I have with this episode, and it's not as though the show did it badly per se. It's just that we know Tom is dead, so I can't get that invested in Tom at this point. I'm really not invested in Jolene, aka Mrs. Maisel, and it's so like with that in mind, there's so much of them in this episode that just doesn't matter to me at all.
No, this is all not. There's no real connection to season 10 on this. It was really the first episode where, we saw him really getting invested in this affair. She's just dropping the word affair. What do you think of affairs? I'm okay with affairs. Are you okay with affairs? Here's my key card. And then he ends up going up there to be like, listen, I can't do this. And she just drives the clown car up and is like, get in. You don't love your wife. She is a target. Don't clown me. I'm here to clown you. And I was just like, okay, I remember it being a pretty good reveal. But at the same time, I was really surprised that he dropped his veil so quickly. He does not know who she is. And just because she's like, she's not your wife, she's your target. I mean, other people have kind of tried to come at him for this, and he's always kept up his shield that he doesn't know who she is. So I'm kind of surprised he was just kind of like, basically, you right. A woman who just showed up in my life magically, like, real recently. You right.
I have this weird mental quagmire about this because there's a part of me that wants to go into does Tom Keen suck at his job tirade? But I mean, I also understand that
he doesn't.
Yeah, he kept up this charade for a really long period of time. And so it's like with that, I can't say he sucks, but it's also like you just said, it's a little bit of a surprise that like this is the moment where there's nothing about her on paper that would sort of just like sound these alarms and be like, okay, this is the moment where he's going to do that. Yeah, he and Liz are having trouble in their relationship, but it's not a real relationship. So like the only justification you can come up with is Tom is so emotionally invested in Liz to the point where he's stopping to not even think about his job part of it anymore. And he's just acting based on emotion here. But I don't believe that. I don't buy that based on anything we've seen from Tom.
I don't buy for a second that he would give that information to Jolene, who he doesn't really know all that well, without some sort of, I don't know, secret phrase or handshake or documentation or something to be like, I am from XYZ, and here's how you know that I am. I'm here to tell you, get in the clown car. You're like making a fool of yourself. Let's go.
Okay, so this may be us getting in the clown car here, but I'm hoping by the time that we're doing an update next week, we're going to have like some actual big real casting news. Like, remember Sia, Mira Malik's daughter? Like those reports were like a month ago. How do you guys not have announced a casting for this yet? Like, did you guys cast like an A-lister or something, which I really doubt, and you're just like desperate to hide it? Why not just tell us at this point?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything online of any pictures or anything. We've seen, tons of people on set now, Panda Baker and, Reddington, wrestler. Like we've seen tons of people back, but this is just, they're keeping a lid on it for whatever reason. I mean, I'm hoping it's not going to be another big A-lister like James Spader, that it will be somebody that's kind of fresh and new. Like I really enjoy seeing new actors and actresses take on these bigger roles.
NBC, Sony. I don't know if I should say this. I'm doing it.
Give us the Twitter.
Number one, give us the Twitter. Number two, if you do not announce a casting for this soon, I am sending Brimley and the nefarious Narwhal after you guys. I'm just throwing it out there.
Wow, the threats. We're just threatening everybody.
I'm threatening a fictional character. It'll all be fine. But okay, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you guys do not miss any other updates on this show every Friday. Follow us on Instagram, MadJessTV, and we'll see you here next time.